Let's make a coffee table with a glass top, because why not? All right, so we're going to be making a coffee table here, and of course I lay out the construction lines. In the event that I need to mirror stuff, I know these will come in handy. So it also gives me the overall dimension of the particular project that I'm going to be building. In this case, 54 inches by 36 inch is what I'm shooting for on this table. Now on this one, I end up doing the sketch on the bottom plane all at once, as I like to do, and then I extrude up using the offset feature, which is nice to get to know, especially when you're building furniture in Fusion 360. Also, I found this kind of idea online, this table, to be honest, and I would probably build it differently now because I feel like the amount of wood it's going to need, or the size of the wood, is going to be astronomically expensive. So this may be a project that is put on the back burner and done at a later date, for sure. But it's a good way to learn some of the things in Fusion 360, so hope you enjoy. Just laying out the legs here, and again, this is when I start really noticing that I am going to be using wood that is going to be very expensive. So, because these are very large for the legs. Again, it's going to be a glass top, but the material for the base is all wood, and it is seemingly getting more and more expensive as I draw this sketch, but I stick with it and keep on moving. And as you can see here, I'm using the construction lines that I used, or that I implemented early on, which speeds up the process in Fusion 360 pretty quick. Now, I am going to be extruding here, as I said, at an offset, because I know the height of the table that I want, which I don't remember what I selected. I know it's going to be about 3/4 inch glass, which is pretty thick and expensive as well. That may change. And yeah, offset it 15 inches to the top of the table. So again, the offset feature being used during your extrusion phase is ideal. And I didn't use parametric modeling on this project, which may have been a good one to show you on, because some tables you may want to do an end table instead of a coffee table, so obviously it's going to be much smaller, so the parametric modeling would have been an ideal technique to use for this particular piece of furniture. But this design was, again, a one-off, not going to be replicated, and probably not going to be built, as you'll see at the very end of this video how substantial the base of the table is. Now we're getting into the feature called Combine in Fusion 360, and the beauty of this feature, especially in woodworking, is you can say you want to add dovetails, or you're mortising in the pieces and you want to show someone that they're not going to just screw this together, it needs to be mortised in. This feature allows you to cut into some of the pieces, in this case the legs, and I want that center piece to be separate, but I also want someone, if they were to use this set of plans, to know that the legs need to be cut and not just left big blocks here, because you may be standing there like an idiot trying to figure out how this center piece is going to go into these legs. So I need to show the customer that this middle piece is in fact going to be its own solid piece, and the legs themselves are going to be what is cut. Otherwise, if you cut the opposite piece, then you would have zero support, obviously. So I kind of show you, I believe, on this one what not to do and what to do in order to make this happen. So pay close attention to this, because this is a feature that comes in handy all the time, literally all the time, when building furniture, especially in Fusion 360. Okay, now you can clearly see that this is correct. You can click on the middle piece here, support, and drag it away and see that the legs have their cutouts where they need to be. And this is also at the, by the looks of this would be a massive undertaking to actually build. I am pretty sure that if someone wanted me to build this, I would pass on it unless they wanted to pay a lot of money. Uh, and also, I don't even know that my tools would work on something this large. My table saw would definitely struggle, and I would probably have to use a miter saw, which I could probably do to cut this size lumber. But just the sheer weight of all this, dragging it around would be a nightmare, and then having to deliver it. Pretty much talk myself out of building this particular table, unless I downsize the material, which I think will look better anyway. It looks kind of bulky, but anyway, to add a mirror, it's pretty simple. It's also in your appearances, so you would hit A in Fusion 360 and look for the glass section, and there's many different types of glass, which I will show you here. Different colors, different looks. If you wanted to show your customer something a little different, a little creative, you can get pretty creative with the glass. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and there will be a lot more to come. Thank you.